Oh, heaven forbid it's the wild robot. Guys, okay, that's Larry Blackman. Larry Blackman did the lyrics and he's a composer. Let's talk about loneliness. Sometimes it can fool you. That's Tommy Jenkins. And then, but wait a minute. Okay, that's the late Wayne Cooper. Okay. Wayne Cooper. I was told he passed away from sickle cell, and then I saw something else on YouTube that said he died from HIV/AIDS. Okay. I'm not sure which of the two it is, but he's one of my favorite falsetto singers. Well, it wasn't really falsetto. I think that's just the way it's the way Wayne's sang. Some people they call it he sings falsetto. No, he just sing like that. Wayne Cooper just had a very, very, very high voice. Feminine voice. That's what my nephew Gabe said. He sounded like a chick, Uncle Rose. Yeah, he does. Of course, some women are probably jealous because Wayne sing better than he do. Don't get upset. Lots of people sing better than me. So I don't get upset. I just sit there and go, Luther, could you sing that again? And then I just sit there and hit track 2. Love is so amazing, amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, so amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon and the sky above. Dude had a really good voice, right? Beautiful, just gorgeous, and it is effortless. Okay, just partly. There are some notes in certain songs that are hard to sing, right? But no, don't let them fool you. It is absolutely effortless the way that Luther Vandross sings. Okay, he talks, he starts singing. It's not hard. I remember when I used to play basketball. Sometimes they say it's real hard. No, it's actually quite easy. But okay. No, a lot of things once you practiced and you got it down, it was easy. Okay, it's like sometimes you don't do it for like 10 years. You pick it up and within a day or two, it's like riding a bike again and stuff. And so certain things are just really easy. Okay, so when you get these people in the Olympics and this advertising, and they talk about joy. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing ye dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we had gone astray. Satan doesn't have power. The power and the glory is God, Jehovah, right? It's Satan's manipulation, okay? It's a misconception and a misperception of understanding of the Messiah, the Savior. The Messiah is the person that comes and corrects all that is said wrong. Me and a young man talked about it today. I said, that the reason why people feel about love the way they do is because the word love has been corrupted. All right. He said, you got to learn to love yourself. And I was like, no, I didn't say that to him, but I was like, no, buddy, no. If Adam has loved himself, none of us would be here and there'd be a pile of bones. I love myself. Okay, what are you doing? Loving myself. Okay, do you understand? Okay. Met a woman from Liberia. She gave me that cool water. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so I met this lady in Italia and her beautiful son today. Okay, and we started equating abuse and the way it affects people's brains, especially precog when they're born. Which are referred to as autism or birth defects. Right? I worked with a young man once. I worked at a job, and I worked together with, helping him. His name was Justin, and he was referred to as autistic, and he had a brain injury. Okay, from perpetual aggressive, social violent interaction behaviors and toxins in the environment that affected him adversely and made it hard for him to recover, adjust, and live in the world the way it was, because he precogged that you're coming and it hurts. And he probably was most likely from someone that was killed in Vietnam. Okay, Justin would sit there like Patrick used to do with me about the Geronimo was rough and stuff. he would sit there constantly and he would sing. He liked songs from the 60s, Blackbird by McCartney, and the Blackbird singing in the dead of night, right? And he would always constantly tell me, we were soldiers, Ralph. We were soldiers, which was probably I don't know if it was one of his favorite movies or if he had watched it, but he knew. It was one of those precogged recognition. Okay, that happened. Okay. And so he came from a person that didn't have the current brain injury he has now, probably because he checked out and didn't want it to happen again. Okay. It's just setting up your genetics to avoid abuse. Do you understand? Okay. And so it's like precogged recognition. Do you understand what I'm talking about? And so what we need to do, okay, because I was thinking about that on the way to Walmart. I was thinking about, we're going to have difficulties with the people. Once you apply the physics of the Lord's Prayer and you eliminate economic conflict and violent, excessive, compulsive behaviors, that's going to make a lot of people very upset. Okay. But a very likely case scenario is that a lot of these aggressive athletes on TV and Deadpool and Wolverine and G.I. Joe and SWAT are going to be people that go into a form of precogged autism that makes them more, 20 minutes to Wapner, I'm an excellent driver. Okay. So a lot of these guys, you look at, oh, he's sexy, he speaks 5 different languages, and he can kill you in comic raw, judo, and hoopah. He might just become precogged, but his relatives were so hot and such. What you perceived as excellent killing machines. Right. So, Jason Bourne, Rain Man. Okay. James Bond. Okay. Brian from Geely. Want to go to the Baywatch. Right. Okay. So, that's most likely this case scenario of what will happen. That's why they're fighting tooth and nail to not have the apocalypse be completed and live the Lord's Prayer worldwide. Okay. Because they're precogged recognition. I don't want to be Rain Man. I don't want to be Brian from the... well, the cool thing about it is you don't have to put up with Lopez and Affleck being catch the bull by the horns with the yoga mouth talking thing, the Egomania show. Okay, because that's gone because we don't have money anymore and fighting over it. If only. But no, it's not. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And we are post-apocalypse. So the apocalypse is a man's life, okay, that worldwide, beyond a reasonable doubt, that has access to all people, redeems the true understanding, which was perceived as the teachings of the Gospels. Okay, me and the one young lady, truth is, life, she goes, you're right, I can't argue for that. The truth is, life is eternal, grace is infinite. Okay. That's not up for debate, you can't argue it. Okay, I am the light, I am the way, none unto the faith of the Father except unto me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, I am the first Father and the Spirit of the last Father to maintain the truth for children. Now, honesty and truth and faithfulness are highly different matters. Okay, honesty, people can sit there and go, I honestly want to be president because I honestly want you to vote for me so we can all murder over a credit score. And that's honesty. But it's not truthful and it's not faithful. Okay? So when you get people saying, I'm being honest with you, I honestly want you to engage in genocide through philanthropy with me because I'm addicted to it. They're not saying that, but that's what they're saying. But they don't know how to say it properly because they're addicted to it. ¿Tú entiendes? Muy bueno. Right? So, okay, you guys get it? And then, what was her name? Delilah. She was so adorable. Oh my gosh, she was so adorable. We talked about the origins of her name through the story. And it was neat. She was, I never thought about it that way. I never looked at it that way. Yeah, we talked about the beauty. And she said that her mom said that. She goes, you can admit when you're wrong. It's like, oh, Mom made you perfectly. Because that was Delilah. And then I explained to her, you do realize what she did was because Samson probably killed every male in her family that day in that field. And she's like, oh gosh, yeah, I never thought of it that way. And I was like, yeah, I'm closely related to me and Samson are kind of like, we're like this, And so, he explains stuff to me like Little Hawk does and Tishna and, others. A lot of you guys, fun is what we English speakers know him as. Okay. His name is Tishna. He's one of my favorite people to talk to when we have the time. Sometimes it's when I went to North Carolina, and I went through homesickness from missing the American Southwest Desert and the Purple Mountains Majesty and stuff, and my body actually allergically reacted, and it took me a while to adjust emotionally and physiologically, and a lot of that was connecting to the movement of Tishna and his people, in the train. And I don't like to talk about that. There's a lot of Hiroshima type factors in there, not as intense and as abusive, but really bad. Okay, and it's something I don't want to talk about that much. That's all I want to say about that. Right. So that was only a short time of his life. The other times in his life, he's so helpful and he's so strong and he's such a beautiful person. If you have a good pray connection with him, you go out to the Floridas and you pray connect to him. You go out to the Chiricahuas and the Dragoons and you pray connect to him, and the Huachucas, and you're talking to a really good person. Okay. The army were on this side, the side by Mexico, many times. Fun and his people hung out there and had places to stay and stay alive. And a lot of the Buffalo soldiers knew they were there but didn't want to go kill them because they admired them and didn't want to hurt them. Okay, guys, I love you. Peace out.